Hey there, fellow gamers. Onerous here with yet another episode of Let's Learn Dyson Sphere Program, and we are going to embark on a gas giant mining extravaganza. Not really. We've got... So, at the end of the last episode, we made a bunch of accumulators, and I had them charging, and I've ended up with 5 orbital collectors. And I am going to take those orbital collectors, and we're going to see what on earth happens when we go to Alpha Leporus. I mean, we don't even need to look where we're going because there it is. How do we actually build this thing? Hang on. Maybe it might actually build from here. Let's before I run off and try and plant this in space, let's actually see what it says. Use to collect resource gas giants and need to consume the collective fuel materials to maintain the energy required to work in orbit. How do we place this? Out of building range. Okay. Well, let's try and fly over to the gas giant and see what happens. We've lost him. It's a big gas giant. There we go. All right. Let's see what happens when we fly over here. Can we actually kind of pseudo land on here? I've never actually tried. We just end up in orbit? Yeah, okay. That kind of makes sense. Oh, and we're interesting. We're manually collecting resources. Or I can click on that to manually collect resources. I don't want to do that. I do not want to do that. What I want to do is plop down one of these. Yeah, no, we can't. We cannot. All right. See if we can figure out how this thing works. That's an interstellar logistics. That's why that's not working. Here we go. Ah, yeah, look at that. Okay, orbital collector can only be built at the equator. Aha. Looks like we're pretty close to the equator. Is that the equator? That is not the equator. Come on, equator. Oh, we went too high. I guess kind of here-ish is the equator. Oh, there it is. All right, we found it. How far apart do these things need to be? Quite a distance.
You have built an orbital collector.
Yes, I have.
Which can collect the resources of this gas giant automatically. The logistics vessel will come to pick up the cargo
logistics
as long
vessel
as you
will
send
come.
these resources as interstellar demand at other sites.
Remote supply,
Furthermore,
local storage.
To maintain the collector working, the collected resources will be transferred to energy in the first place.
Okay. So I feel like we can get a fair few of these on here. We can get a fair few of these on here. That's good. I do want to point out too. I've transferred over to deuterium fuel rods. I had to travel back to AL1 while I was making the accumulators, so that I could place down, so I could grab a bunch more thrusters. No, supermagnetic rings. Okay. All right. Well, this is exciting. I mean, our deuterium supply is pretty rubbish. However, it is going to tick over, isn't it? And can I get a view? Like, we can probably get a fair few of these guys around this star. We are going to have so much hydrogen from this if we embark on this little adventure. We're going to end up with 1 billion tons of hydrogen, aren't we? And then we can turn that hydrogen into more deuterium. I guess that's the plan, isn't it? I guess that's the plan. There's no need to put ships in here. No, there is not. Okay, let's head on. Let's head on back. While we're here, we'll head on back to Alpha Leporus, and we're just going to charge some more accumulators. Get them charging. Fly away. We'll get some more accumulators charging so that we can make some more orbitals should the need arise. Try and figure out where I am as usual. I think accumulators. There we go. I can see the glow. Alright. Land me down. Let's... are they all charged up? Yeah, they are. Alright, and then place down this little blueprint that I was using. One there, one there, one there, and one there. There's 4 more of those guys. Wow, we are out of something, aren't we? We're out of something. That's okay. That is okay. We've got enough for a few more orbitals. But we want to actually use that. So let's head on over to AL1. That's a weird angle, but I'm not gonna. Oh, N. Good old N. All right, let's scoot past the gas giant that we are now mining. I mean, I feel like that is an achievement unto itself to begin mining of a gas giant. Look at that. That's a slingshot maneuver right there. Didn't seem to increase our speed astronomically, but you know, the gravity well pulled us around. So here we need to bring the deuterium in with some transports, and we also, I think, need to bring the hydrogen in with some transports, and probably set up a dedicated hydrogen area. Because I kind of don't want to use hydrogen. Because we're already burning excess hydrogen. If I bring in it'd be nice to have a localized interstellar one here that only... of course, we don't... Haha. I'm like, if only there was a way to not make it available locally, and there is. Okay. So... no, not that. We need one of these. And look, we've got some nice bit of building area over here. Let's get building. Which way is north? Which way is north? Yep, that way is north. Alright. So let's go over to this side. I feel like building left to right has worked out well for us in the past. Let's start you here. This is going to be our deuterium supply. I don't know why I struggle so hard with those words. There you go. Look at that. Wow. Oh, that was... No, those are the fancy ones. I was like, man, that's got huge range, but yeah. As previously discussed, I don't believe it is worth it to use those ones, but here we are. Okay, you, my friend, are going to be requesting hydrogen and deuterium, remote storage, local supply, remote demand. Yes, remote demand. Okay, and then this one is local supply, but our hydrogen is only going to be local storage. Tricksy. Okay. We might get a few drones here. Okay, maximum drone load, and I don't know, charging power can go up a little bit. We've got, I think, still got heaps of power here. Yep. So, this will get in some deuterium that we can then use. We don't actually, we've got 6,000 hydrogen coming in. Do I have hydrogen available at the other planet? Is there a way to see where all this hydrogen's coming from? There's logistics vessels. Given the swarm of logistics vessels that are heading to the planet over here, I assume that's going to the orbital collectors because they don't have any supplying. It's only one-way traffic. Okay, so that means we're getting 6,000 hydrogen coming in. What we need is just a ton of fractionators. Before I do this, we've been away from the base for a little bit now. How is our supply of deuterium going? It is, yeah, it's still rubbish. So we do need to do this. That is good, okay. We have a setup somewhere over here, near our science, near our science, that was doing like just one-off kind of construction stuff. Yeah, this is it here. All right, let's see what I need to build. See what I need to build a fractionator. Fractionator, vertical launch silo. Ooh, yeah, we're getting into the stuffs. Fractionator, glass, stone, CPUs. What do we got? This is stone. We do have glass. Yeah. All right. Glass, stone. We don't have CPUs here, do we? No, we do not. This is actually defunct now. We got a lot of it, and it's very defunct. So we can bring in CPUs here. Yeah, that's what happens. That's right. That is what happens. Can I get a bunch of hydrogen into these guys? I can. That's nice. All right. Try and use up as much of this as we can. Just so we're not polluting. There we go. And what was the other resource that we just picked up a ton of? Yep. That's still 10 littered somewhere. Oh, that irks me. That irks me greatly. Okay. There you go. That worked out okay. That worked out okay. Can I put these in the output of these? No. All right. That's fair enough. That's fair enough. So, if I bring in glass, CPUs, and steel. All right, so CPUs and steel. CPUs, just one amount, and steel. Where is the steel? Iron, steel, there it is. All right. One amount of them. Beautiful, and we're getting 140, that's fine. Change that to one amount of you as well. Realistically though, the fractionator probably needs to be built over here somewhere. And yeah, we'll bring the stone in there. We'll rip this up. Stone, we'll bring the glass around like this, there we go. And then we'll bring CPUs and the other thing out here. CPUs and steel, there we go. CPUs and steel. Why am I building it so far away? Look at all those wasted resources. Ah, it irks me. It irks me when I see these things in hindsight. But here we are. There we go, there we go. Power it up. And then copy a box. And your recipe is fractionators. Fractionators, there we go. Do we even have upgrade? Yeah, we do. Look at that. The steel is a problem. The steel is a problem, so let's get another one of those in there. And then steel is no longer a problem. Is CPU going to keep up now? Yeah, because it's only using one CPU. All right. Okay. We now have a supply of fractionators. How many fractionators do I have on me? I've got 11. What do we say? It's a 1% chance. It's a one. I don't like these ratios. A 1% chance of using. So theoretically, 100 of these. Let's have a look at the time it takes to make the deuterium. So 100 of the. It doesn't actually say. If we're pushing 12 items through a second, Like it did seem to be pretty instantaneous, didn't it? If you have 100 of these in a row, theoretically use a full belt, and you get a full belt out, because each one has a 1% chance of, well, it's not actually, even with 100 in a row, with a 1% chance, you don't guarantee a full belt. Oh, it's crazy, it's crazy. But look, we've got 30 of them for now, so let's go plonk them down over in our fancy new deuterium setup, which we haven't actually set up. It was somewhere over here, wasn't it? There it is. Okay. Keep it moving. Here we are. So, fractionators. We can copy what we had so far, which is where? It is... Yeah, it's this one here. Well, let's not copy that because that looks a little bit rubbish. That looks a little bit rubbish. Fractionators. That's an oil refinery fractionator. There we go. All right. So is that as close as they can be? It is. Okay, let's go 15. Well, let's not go 15 because we built it on a line that we couldn't support. Alright. And there we go. So there's 15. So that is a 15% chance, a 15% return. Some interesting things. Alright. There. This probably is one that is actually good for a blueprint, I think. Because the copy... Yeah, the copy and paste for the outputs is going to be... It's going to be the key, isn't it? Alright, so this is the output of... This is the output of deuterium. And then we have our splitter coming in here. That is not where I wanted it. I got to move away from that just for safety reasons. I'm going to click on something I don't want to remove any day now. Alright, so you go into there. We get you bringing some hydrogen into there. And then outputting some deuterium. But we also need the output here. We need an output here that runs into there. Yep. Alright, keep building it. And then here we go out to there. Okay. And that is a row of 15, which is pretty nice. How do you go for power, guys? What? You're telling me there's no space. There's no space. Well, now I feel bad. Alright, but we can do that. And of course we'll need to connect it up over here somewhere. And then we can we get 4? We can't actually on this alignment, so let's keep it with the 3 and base it in the middle. Oh, look at that, we got like a little bit of stockpile, a little bit of soil pile. Alright, and now my plan is not to do anything yet because, whoa, we need to make sure that the input priority on this guy is requesting from here as the primary source. There we go. Alright, some outputs. Let's get some of those going. And here we go. Alright. Yeah, it's like my very original oil refinery build. I remember that one. I really quite like the look of it, but boy was it a pain to build. And the blueprinting, kind of that's really its forte, isn't it, for these oddly shaped ones. Okay, so now we can just copy this and paste it directly below. Directly below on that line. Watch out for the power poles, but at least the power poles now are providing some level of power for both sides, and then we can just copy this whole thing as the next one. So that's 30. So that's a 30% chance. That's 2 full belts. Well, I was going to say 2 green belts do it, but that's not exactly how it works, is it? Alright, let's bring you up to here. We'll go up. That's apparently not far enough to go up. Up there, and then down to there. Drop you away, and then down to there. Yep. Alright, and then we'll get another hydrogen output coming in here, and that input is set to go. Alrighty. How did that affect our power? Oh, not too much. Not too much. Because we're not doing any science, I mean... we're basically... we've maxed out the science. We need to move on to green science, or we're doing nothing. Why are we not getting any back? Oh, yeah, there we go. It's coming now. It's coming now. Alright. Our deuterium is, again... It's pretty rubbish, isn't it? It's pretty rubbish. So, how are we doing for time? We're at 20 minutes. Let's go back. Let's go back and make some more of our friendly orbital collectors, and then just max out our gas giant. It's kind of my plan. What I need though is a bunch of these. Now, why have I got so much rubbish in my inventory? It's just how I roll. 450. That seems like a lot, but you know, it's how many I chose. How come every time I look here, we're always like we've done a full loop. We're always quite close. I say that, and now I've probably jinxed it, but yeah, it's. I like it. Not even travel far. It seems efficient. Unlike our good friend Alpha Leporus 4. Just thinking, what is the orbital period of this? It's 5,500 seconds, and the orbital period of this is 1,300. Okay, so this is actually looping around pretty quickly, which is why we're often seem to be in the right zone. Okay, so we get here, we're going to build some more orbital collectors, and we're going to plonk them down on the equator. Only on the equator, apparently. Which I guess is fine. Once I figure out where our production of things is. Alright, here is... wow, we're backed up on that. Okay, that must mean our accumulators... being built? No, what are we missing for accumulators? Okay, what's going on here? Did I not select this on supply? Yeah, that's... I'm sure someone's yelled at me in the previous episode that was the case, but hey, here we are. Alright, for now I guess I can part with some of these, can't I? How many do each one of these use? They only use one, so that's actually okay. I've got some level of accumulators already in my inventory. Yeah, I've got 80 of them already in my inventory, so that is enough for 4 more of these. Yeah. Just gotta get some thrusters. Alright. And craft away. 4 more. Beautiful. Alright, can I clear up some of my inventory space? Begin with, let's drop off these hydrogen fuel rods that we are no longer using. I mean, I say I'm no longer using them, but we're going to keep them here, because if we get to this planet and suddenly we're like, oh, I need hydrogen fuel rods, or I need some kind of fuel, we're not going to not use hydrogen just because it's not the latest tech. Who's using nanotubes? You are. Let's get rid of these nanotubes. Pick them up somewhere, and there you go, gone. Alright. Yeah, you're using some of this stuff as well. In fact, we've got a lot of titanium on us for some reason. And yeah, the rest is chemical plants. A lot of chemical plants. Hate them. Alright, how are you looking? Oh yeah, you're looking great. Let's get you guys built, and then they can charge up, and we can get a few more going. In fact, I'll probably just stand here holding on to it, just keep clicking like this. But it's slow. It is slow and steady. This was 4 lots of 20, wasn't it? 80? Yeah, 80 accumulators. So that's only another 4 lots. We're still missing 1, 2, 3, 5, 10, about 20-ish. I might just quickly pause this, and we'll let these build, and then we'll come back, leave them to charge, and I'll go place the accumulators we made, and by the time we come back, they'll hopefully have charged. So, 1 second. All right, there we go. We have built all of them. Let's fly away now, and I'm pretty sure it's just charged accumulators. Yeah. So we've used up the ones we have. Apparently, I've got an extra one somehow, which is kind of annoying because these are all in multiples of 20, so we're actually never going to use that. So let's pop it down there. Let's quickly run now back over to our gas giant, and let's aim for the equator, just so that we can do it. Does it really matter whether they're on one particular side or not? Probably not. There we go. Let's speed things up a wee bit. Okay, building grid, that looks pretty equatory to me. I mean, I guess we can really quickly check by trying to place one of these. Yeah. So let's run around here until we can find our other ones. Again, not because they necessarily need to be together, just because I think there's no reason for them not to be. Okay, dropping in. What's going on? What am I doing? There we go. Okay. No. Apparently I'm still flying somewhere. Alright. Shift click on you and place you there. There we go. You up there. I reckon we could probably get a fair few of these. Problem is each one individually. Yeah, so the problem is each one is individually filling up its deuterium supply, and then obviously very, very slowly, and and we're not getting like a full accumulation. So even though in total we might have 400 or whatever our drone supply is, 600 in total, we might have 600 available on the planet. None of these are actually going until there's 600 in that particular collector. Oh, that's just a little bit average. We need some kind of like local collection. Is that a thing? Is that a thing? Because there is. I thought there was interstellar. Nah, it's definitely just that, isn't it? Power transmission. Yeah. Extra smelters, satellite power. Maybe that's what I was thinking of, actually. Satellite power. which is just the substations. So, look, it's a thing. We're just going to need a bunch of them working tirelessly for eternity. They are self-powering at least. Hopefully they're burning the hydrogen, not the deuterium. I would think that would be a default kind of arrangement. Skimming along the surface. Where are we now? Where are we now? I'm totally mixed around. There we go. Okay, that's north up there. So we've shot past everything. Oh, this is the old. Oh yeah. Man, whew. Reorienting, as always. A struggle. So those guys are not all charged up. What? How's that one charged, but you're not? Sure, you are all placed at a similar time. Anyway, I might, off camera, I'll let these charge up, place a few more accumulators, and we will then go back to Alpha Leporus 3 and see where we're at with the Space Warpers, because that was kind of the whole point. Kind of the whole point of getting this deuterium was Space Warpers, and I've just gone off on this tangent, which I've really enjoyed. The orbital collectors, they look really cool the way they're sucking up the gas. But yeah, for now, off camera, I'll let these charge up. As you see, we've got a lot of them almost ready. These were kind of the last ones to go down. Yeah. Look, they're all charged up. So off camera, I'm just going to make a bunch of orbital collectors and place them on, and then we'll come back and I'll be at Alpha Leporus 3, and then that's all that we'll have done. Also got to look at green sides. Anyway, oh man, there's so many things yet to do. As always though, thank you to my amazing patrons, and I'll catch you next time.